To welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Here we go. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. They've got Smith, Kevin Love out there with Thompson. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Irving in at the 1.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Bradley Beal, a devastating long-range shooter. Effortless and smooth, textbook mechanics. When he gets in the rhythm from behind the arc, lights out, baby. Lights out.
Thompson with the bucket.
Tristan Thompson. Assisted by LeBron James.
Beal with it. He kicks it to Porter. Launches a 3. Love grabs the board. And so here's Cleveland. Outside Irving. James outside. The screen from Thompson. Irving with it. He's picked up by Wall. No good from Irving.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he gets it to go.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
On the wing, Irving. Covered by Wall. Love right side. Wall with the steal. To the middle. Great pass to Seth. The lay-in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
James, the pass to Love. Cleveland, the rebound. Now here's Thompson. Right side, Irving. Wall with the steal. Here's Beal, and it's sent back by Irving. And the wide-open shot from Morris. But they recover it. And he gets it to go.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
On the wing, Irving. He dishes it to Thompson. It's LeBron with the drive from the arc. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by James. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Looking at the Wizards, they weren't as lauded as other teams last season, but the Wizards were a ferocious group on defense. Numbers support that. Their activity, Greg, could really bother teams.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, oftentimes people look at them and think offense, but it really was, to your point, Kevin, the defense was the strength of that group. I mean, they do get out in transition, but it was the defense, I thought, that really allowed them to become elite.
And here is Morris, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Wizards making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Tristan Thompson. It's Wall with the drive. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
James outside. Gortat with the block. Wizards leading by 3.
And you mentioned the Wizards and their defense last year. They had the second best field goal percentage defense in the league. The only team that was better, the NBA champs, Golden State.
Here's Dellavedova. And there's the pass to LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
And Wall kicks to Beal. A 3-ball. Beal can't get that one to fall.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. James has a 2-pointer. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for LeBron.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Beal. Outside, Wall. That's good on the jump shot. Wall's got 6.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And still a close game. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Tristan Thompson. Kyrie Irving is out there with LeBron James. And it's Smith. And it's Love in at the 5 spot. LeBron kicks to Thompson.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And the second free throw, good.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes. Again, does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Jared Dudley. Morris a screen. Here's Temple, covered by Smith. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Thornton. Like you were talking about Tristan Thompson, LeBron came out and said he was one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good play. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And here is LeBron. He has 6. Count the bucket.
LeBron James. Assistant.
Now Sessions. Pass to Temple. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Fry comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Shumpert in there for James. Outside Shumpert. Back to Irving. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And it's Shumpert penetrating, and it's Marcus Thornton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Markieff Morris. Bradley Beal's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's John Wall in for Sessions. Beal with it. He's picked up by Irving. Gortat wide open. He fires. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Irving dishes to Fry. Back to Irving. To the paint. Porter with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Temple the pass to Wall. Inside. Porter kicks to Temple. Takes it from 10. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Temple's got it all tied up now for Washington. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And Washington making a change here. Dudley's checked in. Dellavedova kicks to Irving. Gortat with the block. They retain possession. 51 seconds left now here in the second. Gortat with a screen on Irving. And Wall kicks to Dudley. Irving against Wall. Mozgov a screen on Wall. Dishes to Shumpert. Stolen by Dudley. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Lets the three fly. They get it back. Gortat. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this,
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So the Wizards 5 right now. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with Porter. And it's Gortat in at the center. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And, guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall dishes to Beal. Gortat with a screen on James. Fires from the wing. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Going for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards. It did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Nene comes in for Gortat. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for the Wizards. Love with the bucket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And, guys, the wheels really fell off of Marcus Thornton's game last year. This was a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 per contest.
On the topic of Thornton, Greg, last season, he wasn't all bad. He did hit, a career-high 42% of his threes. Clark, the problem is he didn't provide anything else.
Yeah, he's an Allen wrench. He's a specialist. I mean, he's never been a great playmaker, rebounder, or defender. His money is made with his jump shot.
And that one's good. James has got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight things.
Here's Morris from 16 feet away. He cans it.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road as most LeBron led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Morris. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving.
And that's how it's done. I mean, you find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Porter.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Sessions passes to Dudley. Plenty of space. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Nene.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Hey, I tell you what, did he take off on that one. Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Dudley with a screen for Sessions. Feeds it to Porter. Pulls it up. The Cavaliers pull it in.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Fry with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Shumpert against Thornton. Now the feed to Porter. Here's Sessions, and the shot is good.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Cavaliers on top, up 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's Washington now. So on the floor for Cleveland. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's LeBron in at the power forward.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
And Shumpert kicks to Irving. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wall dishes to Dudley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category. And I think, to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent. And I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
On the wing, Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. That's good. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Beal. Great D that time from LeBron.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Dudley, the stupendous finish in traffic.
All right, let's go.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Thompson with the bucket. As you said, the Wizards did look more mature last year on the floor with their play. They made sure to add veterans to achieve that.
And not just any veteran, but a future Hall of Famer in Paul Pierce. I mean, his presence on the team, I think, really is what propelled them to achieve new heights. And it also went beyond just Paul Pierce. That roster had a combined 490 playoff games. And that playoff veteran leadership, I felt, really helped this young core to grow.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Washington calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Wizards trail by 9. Gortat with a screen on Irving. Wall passes to Gortat. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
The Wizards making a switch here. Porter's checked in. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the middle. And it's Wall. That time the assist from Beal. 16 points for John Wall.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
It's tipped. Gortat with the steal. Out to the right wing. Wall wide open. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Wall's got 12 points in just the second half. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Morris kicks to Beal. Back to Morris. Rebound Love.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Cavaliers.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LeBron James. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
He's still on. Now he is 9 of 10.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 9. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Temple comes in for Morris. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
There's the bucket. Good.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
Cleveland with the ball. Down low. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And that one falls for Jones.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 12. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Well, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
He summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Jefferson with the three, and that one's good.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
The 2K Sports postgame show.